So today I'll be going through a list of some test cases for the block mining simulation game. I am getting ready to do another release. So I've finished off a laundry list of new features, and probably maybe tomorrow or something I'll be doing another release of the game if all this stuff works. Okay, so the first one was unrecognized block types. So I'll just launch this to create a initial world. Ed says, how you doing, man? Not too bad. Just mining some blocks, testing some stuff. Okay, so I got a world started. And so that'll basically corrupt a bunch of the blocks in the world. Just set them all to data foo, and let's launch that again. Oh yeah, that's actually a problem because I think it's because the player's position and inventory, it can't decode it. Let's try this again. By the way, is it possible to test the game using testing libraries, or it has to be manual? I could add like unit tests and stuff like that. Eventually, that I should get some of that in it. I do kind of have some unit tests, but mostly I'm adding like kind of major new features, and there's really there's no harness to actually go through and actually walk through. There's no way to actually walk through all the like today I'm going to be testing just like really specific. I have to specify certain command line parameters, and then also the UI. I have to drag the UI around, so it's pretty specific stuff. You could automate stuff like that, but for now it's just easier to do it manually. Okay, world generated. Now let's edit the world. So that should update some of the rocks. To be foo instead, which is just an invalid block. That's weird, I don't see anything. Maybe it didn't update anything. Why doesn't that work? Let's see, is it the quotes? I don't know why. Just watched how to make a CPU video. That's trippy. I'm glad you like it. It's my most popular video. Why doesn't this work? This is just such a simple thing. When did you learn that, if you don't mind me asking? Seems so hard to even try to think about. I guess from undergrad I learned about how like the high level theory of how CPUs work and like how to design the circuitry, and then eventually you there is a specific field you can go into to learn about that stuff. But like if you just Google for like semiconductor engineering, there's tons of books and stuff on that basically have all the information. But it's the kind of thing that I think in modern times, because making CPUs is so specialized, it's kind of branched out into like 3 different career paths. And so like if you go into semiconductor engineering, you would either go into like you would do the electrical engineering stuff, and then you would only design circuits on a computer program, and you would probably you would never actually see you couldn't go your entire life never actually seeing a fab or being in one. And then the other one is like the chemical engineering part, which is where you actually work with raw chemicals and stuff. And in that case, you might actually have no idea how the circuits function, but you would know how the atomic pieces work. And then the other part is the optics. So for that, it's just like a pure physics thing, and for that, all you'd have to focus on is like the physics of sharpness and lenses and stuff like that, and you could get away with probably never learning most of the chemistry or any of the electrical engineering. And I think the knowledge is out there, but it's spread among different different fields. Now, if I could just figure out why this SQL query won't work. Is it my dashes or something? That's pure alchemy in my mind. Well, not anymore. Now that my video has millions of views, now everyone knows how to make CPUs. Okay, this should work. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Why is this not working? All right, let's see, that's 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 13 characters. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that should have changed the blocks. Okay, and then I also need to do all right, there we go. That works. So now if it encounters a block type that it doesn't know, it should give it that emoji character. Hello, Mr. Elder. Hello, Bash Cop. What made you want to teach people how to make a CPU? There's a lot of like open source homebrew software development, but I don't think there's enough homebrew hardware development. And I think that ultimately software freedom can only take you so far. Eventually you're going to have to learn how to make your own hardware. E says, hello, Robert Elder. Hello, folks. How's it going? Hi, Robert. Really enjoy watching your videos. You've got a great sense of humor. Thanks. A lot of people have brought up that they like the humor stuff, so I'll try to include more of that in the videos. Okay, so that is done. So that works. J and I, with and without. Okay. So let's just run with that again. So the other thing that I've added is now I can successfully resize the window, and I think that's actually pretty huge. So if I do a bunch of that stuff, and there's a bunch of cases where that would crash, but it's really inefficient the way it does that, but it still works. So that is with the J and I. So I had to include J and I in order to get the signal handler from the signal window change in Java. So if I quit that and then do disable J and I, now J and I will not be enabled, and that will not work. So it's not resizing the window. It's just broken now, which is the expected result. I picked up Minecraft again, unfortunately. Yes, it's unfortunate to start playing Minecraft again. It's very addictive. It's something you can, get back into and waste a good few days on. I'm gonna do some research on it. You have thoughts? That stupid heart character on the UI, I can't. It makes it hard to read the chat, and I spent a couple of minutes trying to figure out how to get rid of that, so there's always a word that I miss. It probably says on. You have thoughts on teleportation or free energy devices? I mean, those are like beyond the scope of known physics type of things. So teleportation, I don't know. There's you could go into the theory of quantum mechanics and how particles can be in two places at once and stuff. But free energy stuff, a lot of people have thought about that, and there's not a lot of credible stuff out there. Not a lot of credible support for it. But it's fun to think about, and if you can actually come up with anything, then it would be impressive. If he would discuss that, then he'd disappear. Oh, free energy, I guess. He knows, he just can't say. Yeah, I guess they say the oil companies are suppressing free energy so they can make money off oil. But then again, if they actually had free energy and they knew how to do that stuff, then they could just make their own energy. They could have like a fake hydroelectric plant, or like a fake solar plant somewhere, and just like lie about the output. Yeah, I got rid of the heart with element, Zapper, and U-block origin. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous that I need to like install a plugin just to like remove a part of the UI to make it. They really should fix that. So it seems like a pretty big oversight. Check that resizing works. Actually, I just did that. Check progression of binding different picks. Oh yeah, so I kind of formalized in the last. Let's maximize that. In the last, let's delete. Actually, let's go into the other machine. So I formalized recently I made some changes to make it so you can mine, when you press M, it mines a larger radius, but I've made that, into a more interesting game mechanic. So now you actually have a bit of a progression. So you start off, you only mine one at a time, and you can mine some wooden blocks, and you can press C to craft, and now you get one wooden pick, and the one wooden pick you can mine some rocks, and then if you find some more wood here, and then with C again, now I've got a stone pick, and now I can mine even further. Before I used my pick. Whoops. Element zapper doesn't work for me here. Yeah, I guess I'll just live with that heart that's in the way. You have any thoughts on the Malaysian plane that went missing back in 2013 or 14? In the satellite video, I wasn't aware there was satellite video. I thought there was there was a satellite beacon, like a ping, but it was like some automated, really low level thing that the engines would ping some data to let them know where they were. Yeah, I mean it's a big mystery. It really seems like there's it almost seems like it's above the common person to ask questions about it. And of course, there's all kinds of conspiracy theories mixed in with it and stuff. You would have think they would have found something in the ocean by now. Don't remember. I don't remember, but maybe I open the chat window in a new frame. Is it nerd fonts or something like it for the textures? Even for my terminal. So I'm just running on default Ubuntu 24. So I haven't installed any kind of font packages or something. I think it was like Noto emoji or something was what it's using for the fonts. But I've also found, for the most part, I've just used like whatever the default font is, and I've always had troubles trying to manually change the font because it's there's like changing fonts is difficult because there's a primary font and a fallback font, and I've never really learned the difference that much. You have to pop out the chat and add block entry, then use normal interface after. Yeah, I have the chat popped out just so that way I can hook onto it in a separate window in OBS. I mean, I've said before, streaming is like actually difficult. Like it's hard work because every single time I open up OBS, like the windows are all messed up and I have to like reconfigure them and move them and stuff. And same with the chat. And I gotta, of course, pop it out, and then it's always maximized for some reason, and then I gotta unmaximize it and change the width of it to be something reasonable. And oh, I missed that other one. There was a video. I think you'll find it interesting, specifically at the end of the video. Yeah, if I remember, I'll Google about the satellite video. I thought there was no like video of it at the time. I thought there was just like one ping from a satellite, and that was the only thing they knew about. I mean, I would imagine if there was a video, they would have been able to use that, years ago to find the location of it. Okay, the next. What's next on the list? So right now I'm testing the progression of mining different pickaxes. So first you start off with you get a wooden pick. So right now, I guess I'm I only have one key character to craft, so I'm just making a bunch of stone picks. So the stone pick mines out to a radius of 2, and then the iron ore pickaxe mines out to a radius of 3. And so that's your game progression is mining up to better pickaxes. Oh wow, I'm out of rocks. I'm gonna mine more. If you see the video, you'll know why. Ashton Forbes here on YouTube has the videos. All right, I'll take a look at it if I remember. Alright, so now we got an iron pick, our first one. Now we can mine really far. And so that basically concludes that test. Oh, that was... Okay, make sure game works in raw TTY. Okay. So let's exit and then Control Alt F3. You should use NeoVim. Nah, I'm too entrenched in my workflow to change. Emacs only if Spacemax or Doom Emacs. Not familiar with either of those. Okay, let's try remote first. And okay, so this is that's what they're trying to display Unicode, but then I can also do restricted graphics, and that's my new TTY compatible mode, where for the emojis, if it can't display emojis, now you can default to it'll display the actual block at that location will be the first letter of the class name of whatever it is. So it's it's pretty primitive, but when you're playing a game in a raw TTY, you gotta resort to drastic measures. It's really fast on this machine. It's blazingly fast. Let's go back to the origin. Oh, that's hard to read on the stream. I did some changes to make the font bigger. Yeah, I don't know what that looks like for you. It looks really like, when I look at what I see on my second monitor here, it looks like it's probably like really terrible. You can't really see the characters, even though I made them bigger. Huh. I think it's some aliasing going on there or something. Okay, I think that proves that this works. And now let's try the same thing on the local machine. Oh, that's because I did not allow unrecognized block types. Okay, and there's the, because on this local copy I have some unrecognized blocks, but it works. But it's also slow because this computer is slow. Okay, I think that test case is covered. Control F2. The last one was to verify the restricted graphics flag, which I just did. So that is, I guess you probably couldn't see that because the stream doesn't display it very well. But if I do, let's see, let's go to the other machine. So this is the restricted graphics version. Oh, that's interesting. It also has like some aliasing going on. On mine it's just pure green, but it looks like it's got some like wavy green blueness on it. I don't know if you guys see that as well. So that's what restricted graphics mode looks like. I want to just go back to regular emojis because it's a bit more pleasant to look at. Scalar says hi. How's it going? Oh, I see someone's hearting the stream again. Thank you. Do you plan to add block placing? That already exists. You press the P key and it places out one rock if you have one. Right now there's no interface to actually like select a block type. or a recipe or anything. So that I need to make some improvements to the UI first before I can actually support any kind of more advanced input, like a menu or even like any kind of scrollable text. Because right now, as it is, the number of items there is the max that I could conceivably put. Because if I have more item types, then they'll go off the side of the screen. Yeah, just it's a work in progress. I guess the game's not quite balanced anymore. It's hard to get enough anything. Before I was ending up with like 1 million. Let's see, what did I see? Okay. 5 blocks. It takes 5 wooden blocks to get a wooden pickaxe. But then when I mine them, so when I press M, I'm only mining 3 there. So that's why I'm not getting ahead. Durability based off the material you mine. Right now I don't really have even so much as a concept of durability. I just have like, it takes consumes a certain amount. What is it? I just put in some like random values to get something coded. I think it's let's see again. So see that, so 5 wooden blocks makes 1 wooden pickaxe. And then I guess the durability of all the pickaxes is 1. So I guess you're saying like if you mine something different, then it takes less durability. I guess I could. For now, everything's just like random values for playtesting, I think. Let's try to find a cave. Maybe when you craft pick, you get 5 or 10 picks. Yeah, I could play with the numbers. I guess you could. I mean, there's a science to it. You can just think there's like general guides you can follow on like game economies, like consumption and destruction rates. But yeah, I'm not going to focus on that for now. I'll probably change it 10 million times. Found a cave. Using the faster computer definitely makes this more pleasant. I don't even think I've seen any loading. But everything, it's like, it is loading just the same. It's all, infinite. Ultron 22. I warned you about that last time. If you keep posting stuff like that, I'm gonna have to hide you on the channel. I don't even know what you're talking about. Social security number? I mean, that. Why would I want that? I'm all out of wood. So just checking YouTube before going to bed. It was Dave for the stream, but it's 3:30 a.m. No worries. I think it's time to go to bed. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. So yeah, in case it wasn't obvious, I completed the list of test cases. Now I'm just doing a victory lap. Mainly just like testing the feasibility of the current values I have. Like, see what the game progression is like. It feels hard to get ahead with these numbers. I'll have to tweak them slightly. right, I think that accomplishes what I wanted to accomplish for tonight. The testing has been completed. I'm basically ready to do another release. I actually forgot about there's one small thing I might change, but other than that, probably it seems pretty stable. I think I probably could change the balance on the values though, because it doesn't feel like I'm getting ahead. Even after and other streams after like an hour of this, I used to have like a lot of blocks, but as soon as I mine more stuff, I'm already behind in reagents. So I'll have to change those values, and then yeah, and I guess there's only three people in the audience right now anyway. So anyway, for all three of you out there, I'll probably for the duration of the Kickstarter, I'll try to continue doing 2 streams a week. I'll do another one on Tuesday, and then we'll see how that affects the stats and so forth. All right, so see you on Tuesday.